I'm going to sell you on the idea of Munetaka Murakami. I'm also going to tell you why the Dodgers shouldn't sign him. Coming up next here on Buy or Sell. So Munetaka Murakami, you see right here, Yoshinobu Yamamoto out having dinner. Third baseman for Team Samurai of the WBC. Dude can straight up rake from the left side. Dude is absolutely explosive when it comes to power. Question is, will that power translate? Are the Dodgers going to be interested? How aggressive would the Dodgers be? And of course, you guys know when I do this segment, I've got my Dodgers jacket on. Got my Dodgers suit jacket because I'm selling you on these guys. I'm trying to sell you, and I'm also trying to talk you out of it. It's just a fun way of doing pros and cons. I got my Dodgers used cars salesman jacket on. But let's start with the pros. Let's start with the reasons why. Let's start with the reasons why you would consider signing Munetaka Murakami. Let's start with the positives. Start with the pros. What are you talking about? Of course you want Murakami, Andrew. You said yourself, you want to paint Japan Dodger blue. You already have a multi-time MVP position player, a hitter that might play a position one day, might go to the outfield, might play first base, who knows? But right now, Shohei Ohtani's a pitcher and he's a hitter. Yamamoto is a pitcher. Sasaki, a pitcher. Hey, you want to paint the whole country Dodger blue? You want Japan to be all Dodger blue? How about an everyday player that plays in the field? You don't got one of those yet from Japan. Munetaka Murakami, can he play third base at the big league level? That's a major question. Most scouts, most insiders I've spoken with, they tell me that he profiles as a first baseman or a designated hitter. He did play one game in the outfield last year. And hey, guess what? You've already shown us that if you can hit, if you can rake, you'll overlook bad defense. And of course, I'm talking about Teoscar Hernandez. Would the Dodgers do something crazy and just throw Murakami in the outfield maybe for a year or two? And then when Freddie Freeman's contract is out a couple years from now, you put him at first base? Who knows? A couple years from now, does Shohei Ohtani play in the outfield? Who knows? Could he be a DH then? But the reason why you would want to sign Munetaka Murakami is it's not easy to find power left-handed bats. It's not easy. It just does not happen. They don't grow on trees, and it's tough. It really is. I mean, it's a premium, and Munetaka Murakami has 80 grade power, and we're talking about on a scale of 20 to 80. What do you grade a prospect as far as their ability to do whatever it is you're looking for at a specific ability? And what do you grade it as? And he has 80 grade power from the left side. The dude has the potential to be a Kyle Schwarber type of power hitter if everything worked out for him. He's hit 30 or more home runs in 5 of his 7 full seasons in the NPB. He would have done it easily in 2025 if he didn't have an oblique injury that kept him off the field for 2 months. When he did come back with the oblique injury, my man was absolutely cooking with gas. He was raking. He was on fire, hotter than the devil's armpit. Hit 273, had a 379 on base, had a 663 slug. Dude was absolutely raking and also had a 14% walk rate. Had a 390 isolated power. That's slugging minus batting average. Great indication of power. 390 is an elite number. Hits the ball hard. Had a 117 mile per hour laser shot to right. Looking at the highlights. This is an MVP. the two-time NPB MVP. Both those years, 2022 and 2023. And he's been above average essentially his entire career in the NPB. His worst year in Nippon professional baseball was in 2019. In his worst year, he was still 14% better than league average. And that was his rookie season. He was just 19. He's been at least 53% better than league average every single year. And this year, he was 210 weighted runs created plus. Had a 210 WRC plus this year. That's 110% above league average. That would be like Aaron Judge territory. He basically was Aaron Judge offensively as far as WRC plus goes in the NPB. The big question, where is he going to play? The Dodgers, will they get involved? Will they talk themselves into it? You got Freddie at first, you got Ohtani at DH. Now, the one way you could fit him onto the roster would be you would trade Max Muncy and then try to have Murakami play third base. And in his first year in the show, that is a big ask. That would be rocking the boat. That would be shuffling the deck a lot. Would they do that just because of the upside? Do they think that Murakami could hit more home runs next season than Max Muncy? That's tough. But it is tantalizing. It is the mystery box of Murakami. So the sell job is that. Another Japanese star. 80 grade power. Could be a 30, 40 home run guy. You get younger. Hits the ball hard. Left-handed power is not easy. If somehow, some way, he found a way to play third, that's a long-term position of need. Those are the sell jobs. All right, let's look at the cons. So the con is that we just talked about it. I mean, he spent most of his career playing third base. Most of 2025, he was at third base. A lot of scouts that you talk to around the industry, a lot of people that have covered baseball in Japan that I've spoken to have told me it's first base and DH. That could change. Who knows? Maybe he impresses you. But there also is the inability to hit for contact. And that's where he really struggles, is just making contact with pitches in the zone. He is extremely boomer bust, and the strikeout rate has gone up. At his peak, when he hit over 50 home runs, he was winning MVPs. That strikeout rate was at 21%. Now it's at 28.8%. And last year was at 28.6%. So the strikeout rates have gone up. And then there's also the financial commitment, too. I mean, he's not going to come cheap. He would be looking at a deal. Since he's so young, it could cost you 8 years, $180 million. And on top of that, you would have to pay that posting fee. And the posting fee for the Yakult Swallows, he would have to be paid 20% of the deal. So that'd be, if let's say it's $180 million, you got to pay him $25 million, and then 17.5 the next 25, 15% after that. So you'd be looking at a very hefty posting fee to go out there and try to get him. So it's not like you're buying a project. This is not like last season where the comparison to Hae-Sung Kim would be the fact that Hae-Sung Kim had never played in the show. So there's kind of an unknown. Can he play shortstop? I'm guessing no. I can see that coming. So it'd be a $180 million investment for a guy that's never played in the show and a guy that you don't have a natural defensive position for. But I will say the one reason why I wouldn't just completely rule it out is because the Dodgers understand. A wise man once said, if you want the dub, you've got to slug, right? And last year, they won a World Series despite having below average offense, averaging less than 4 runs per game throughout the postseason. The offense just was not consistently good, and they will overlook bad defense. If you can hit, you will stick. So that's the one thing. And then, hey, Yamamoto, who knows? Does Yamamoto want him? Does Shohei want him? Do those guys want him? if they do, I mean, that would definitely, I think, kind of move the needle and tip the scales a little bit. But, yeah, we got Ichiro, Hideki, Matsui, Ohtani. Yeah, it's not every day that the hitters from Japan are going to come over and have success. And the contact rate stuff really scares me. It really, really does. And we'll do some more deep dives. I'm still going to drop my top free agents. I think we're going to do that tomorrow. But that's the sell job, is he really rakes, and he does it at a prolific rate to the point where you kind of have to look at some stuff, right?
もしドジャースが日本を本気でドジャーブルーに染めに行くなら、次の一手は村上宗隆なのかもしれません。山本と一緒に写った食事写真、侍ジャパンで4番を打ってきたサード、左打席からスタンドの一番奥まで運ぶフルスイング、日本のファンなら誰もが知っているあの姿がチャベス・ラビーンでドジャーブルーのユニフォームを着ている。想像しただけで少し鳥肌が立ちませんか。ただの妄想で終わらないのは、村上が本物のパワーを持ったバッターだからです。スカウティングスケールで20、80のうち最高ランクの80グレードパワー、左打ちでその評価を受ける打者はそう多くありません。 NPB ではフルシーズン7年のうち5シーズンで30本以上、キャリアハイでは50本を超え、2022年と2023年は連続 MVP、 最悪の年とされる2019年でさえリーグ平均より%10市場の打撃生産、それ以外の年は常にリーグ平均の 1.5 倍以上。今季に至っては WRC プラス210、リーグ平均の 2.1 倍得点を生み出した計算で NPB の中では打撃版アーロン・ジャッジと言っていい数字です。しかも今季は途中で腹な筋を痛めて2ヶ月離脱しながら、復帰後は打率243、出塁率349、長打率663、ISO、長打率、ミノソ打率は390。これは世界的に見てもエリート中のエリートパワー。左の30、40本塁打候補が市場に出てくること自体が珍しい時代に、まだ20代半ばの村上がポスティングで動くかもしれない。ドジャースが興味を持たない理由は正直一つもありません。日本をドジャーブルーに大谷、山本、佐々木と来て毎日フィールドに立つ日本人打者はまだいない。そこに侍ジャパンの4番、毎日3番か4番に村上55が並ぶ。マーケティング的にもストーリー的にも、そして純粋に戦力としてもこれほど分かりやすい一手はないでしょう。しかしここからが難しいところです。問題はどこを守らせるのか。日本では主にサード。ただ多くのスカウトはこう見ています。メジャーレベルでは一塁か DH が本職になるだろう。肩と動きは悪くない。でも横のレンジや細かいフットワークまで含めると MLB のサードとしてはギリギリのライン。一塁なら文句なし、 DH でも当然 OK。 そこでドジャースのロスターを見てみるとすぐに壁にぶつかります。一塁にはフレディ・フリーマン、言うまでもなく球界屈指の安定感。指名打者には翔平大谷、ここは10年動かない専用席。三塁にはマックス・マンシー、 OPS と長打力でずっとチームを支えてきた左打者。つまり村上が最も価値を発揮できる一塁三塁 DH の3枠はすでに世界トップクラスで埋まっているのです。唯一無理やり道を作るならマックス・マンシーをトレードして村上を三塁にそのままはめ込む。あるいはテオスカー・ヘルナンデスの時のように守備には多少目をつぶってでも打撃が全てを上回ると割り切りレフトかライトにぶち込んで使う、そういう荒行が必要になります。ドジャースは過去にも打てるなら守備はある程度目をつぶるという選択をしてきました。If you want the dub, you gotta slug。 勝ちたければまず打て。昨年のポストシーズン、彼らは1試合平均視点未満という攻撃不振を抱えながらもギリギリで世界一をもぎ取っています。だからこそあと一人ゲームを変える左の大砲が欲しいという欲望がフロントのどこかにあるのも事実でしょう。ただ村上にはもう一つ大きなリスクがあります。それがコンタクト率。キャリア序盤50本を放った年は三振率%多週1前後。それが直近ではひた18から%29まで上昇しています。ボールゾーンを我慢して四球を選べる一方でストライクゾーンのボールを空振りする割合が増えている。 NPB でさえブームオールバストの色が強くなっている打者が MLB の90もサタマイル、えぐいスライダーとシンカーの世界に入っていった時どこまで対応できるのか。 シュワーバー級のパワーになる可能性と同時にシュワーバー級の三振も抱えるリスクがある。そこに8年1億8000万ドル規模と言われる契約とポスティングフィー、例えば総額1億8000万ドルならパーセント80のポスティング料だけで球団はさらに数千万ドルを上乗せで支払うことになる。つまり守備位置がフィットするかわからない、三振率が高くなりつつある打者に対して少なくとも2億ドル近い総投資をするという決断です。これはもはやプロジェクトではありません。チームの未来の形そのものを変えるレベルの賭けです。それでもドジャースが完全にはノーと言い切れない理由がもう一つあります。ドジャースは知っています。ワールドシリーズを取りに行くとき、たまに守備やポジションの綺麗さを捨ててでもとんでもない打棒にかけなければいけない瞬間があることを。そしてもう一つ、翔平大谷はどう考えるのか、山本由伸はどう思うのか、ロキ佐々木は何と言うのか。侍ジャパンで一緒に戦ってきた仲間たちが胸と一緒にやりたいと口を揃えたとしたら、フロントがその声を無視し続けるのも簡単ではありません。日本の4番村上宗隆、80グレードの左のパワー、ドジャースという日本人の聖地になりつつある球団、ロスターのパズル、コンタクト率の不安、莫大な契約とポスティングフィー、全てを天秤にかけた上で、それでも欲しいと思わせる何かを持っている打者、それが村上宗隆です。もしある冬の日 LAD が村上と電撃合意というニュースが流れたら SNS は大荒れになり、日本もアメリカも朝から晩までその話題で持ちきりになるでしょう。賛成か反対か、成功か失敗か、その答えは実際にチャベスラビーンの夜空を三浦上50の打球がどれだけ切り裂くのか、その瞬間まで誰にも分かりません。だからこそ今はこの危険な誘惑をファンとして思い切り楽しめばいいのかもしれません。ドジャースと村上何マラカシ、この組み合わせが現実になるかどうか、その行方を見届ける冬がこれから始まろうとしています。